Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. So this is now episode 10 and apologies I've not done one of these videos for about a week, but lately I have been doing my mocks, so I've not really got out any videos lately, so hopefully I'll be able to get a few more out for you guys now that they are done and out of the way, but obviously apologies for that. So going into today's first game, this will be our last game of this calendar year of 2015 guys. After this we are moving on and we'll have moved into 2016 and into January. So we do get off to a very good start here with Gallagher there, having a good chance, and we do actually put Pickford in net for this game. So switching it up a little bit, I thought since he's doing so well in real life, I thought I would play him for this game today. But honestly, that kind of came to bite me on the ass really, because he does manage to take the lead. Wolves do manage to take the lead in the second half. Nothing really happened in the first half, so we just get straight into the second half. And as you can see there, Wolves do manage to take the lead fairly early on, which was a pretty big setback for us. Nothing really was happening in this match. Wolves were keeping a lot of possession in this game, but really going forward, they didn't really offer much until they managed to do this in the end. It was a man unmarked at the back stick, and Adam Lafondra manages to get that into the back of the net, which was a bit disappointing. We do, in the second half, manage to force a bit of chances here. Chris Humphrey really does excellent there, gets it into Garner, and somehow their player, their defender here, gets an excellent block on this. A really good ball in from Humphrey. That should be a guaranteed goal there from Garner, but somehow their centre-back manages to make an absolutely magnificent block. And then, since we weren't taking our chances in this match, we were only going to pay for those chances in the end, guys, and it was 2-0 to Wolves. Really disappointing in the 65th minute, I think that was there, but they managed to work their way down their side here. Again, on the right-hand side, good ball into the box, and Pickford beaten at his near post. I really was regretting bringing Pickford into the starting 11, because really there was no real reason to do it, and I think that was Bailey right there who was out-jumped by their player. Very disappointing, and that meant that we were 2-0 down in this match. You know, away at Wolves, we did want to finish this year on a high, but I don't know, we weren't really doing that. We do manage to get a great chance there, and somehow Stevie May this time doesn't manage to find the back of the net. He's actually been playing really well lately, Stevie May, in this career mode. Their keeper there makes an excellent save to deny him, and we can't really point too many fingers at him. Then we do manage to keep coming forward. Despite being 2-0 down, we keep persisting with our chances. DJ goes on a magnificent run, manages to force a save from the goalkeeper, but still we can't get in front in this game. DJ just went on a twisting and turning run, but their goalkeeper really does well there to give an outstretched hand there and manage to pick that out of his net to the side there. But in the 90th minute, we do manage to go forward here yet again. Chris Humphrey this time, who really did put a shift in for this match, guys. He really did deserve everything he got here. It was Beckford with the ball, back to Humphrey. Humphrey saw his chance and managed to take it. A bit of a consolation goal. We were never going to get back into this game in the 90th minute, but a bit of a consolation goal there from Chris Humphrey. It was a very nice work goal there. Beckford just pinging it out to Humphrey, and Humphrey with a lovely curling attempt into the bottom corner. He just brushed that with his foot into the bottom corner, manages to hit the post, get a bit of a lucky deflection, but in the end we did actually lose that match 2-1. So wasn't the best start to this episode, and we'd only be looking to bounce back after this, guys. But this means we will now be going into January, so let's see where January will take us. As we are now into January 2016, and our next match will be against Stoke in the FA Cup. So we really have done well in this series so far, and we've got through it a lot faster than I have my other career modes, which have just dragged on and have just never finished. But we are in January now, but the first thing we are going to do is terminate some loans. So the first player we are going to terminate is Marnik Vermeil. I'm just not using him, and the same goes for Will Keane as well. I'm just simply not using them, and so they're just taking up wages which could be used in other areas in strengthening in this transfer window. So we're going to get them out of this team, and we really don't need them. So we are going to get rid of them, which was a bit of a sad thing really. And we are also, I really didn't want to do this, but we are going to be putting John Welsh on the transfer list. I'm just not using him, guys, and the same goes for Carl Reed as well. They're just not being used at the moment, so the best thing that I can do for them is to just send them out and get them out of the club, basically. I know it's a shame, but that does mean we have a massive upgrade into our transfer budget. We now have around about 600k to spend. So here are the players that I'm going to be inquiring about at the moment. As you can see, Sean St. Ledger there. I really don't have many players that I'm actually familiar with at the moment, really. We got Danny Mayer there, Dimitri Gray, and but I really want to get your guys' opinions and suggestions on who I should sign in the comments down below, because we really do need, in my opinion, we need a left midfielder at this point in time. A left midfielder, maybe a centre-back as well, but a left midfielder and a centre-back, they're the two positions that we are most likely looking to get. But we get all the reports back for all the players, and as you can see there, Cunningham wants a new contract, but we get all the reports back for all the players, and they are going to cost a lot of money. Patrick Roberts is someone I am massively interested in, but City want around about 1 million for him, which I'm really not prepared to pay. So I decided to go in for a cheeky bid of 500k. You'll see later if they do accept that. But going into the Stoke match, I decided to throw a few fringe players into this team. As you can see there, we got Jordan Hugill up front and Stevie Mate playing behind him. But I really was looking for a couple of these players to show me what they could do. And Stevie May there getting an early save out of Butland there, really trying to test him and see what he's all about. But in this game, we really were on top. May with another chance there, but we were on top in this game. Stoke, they kept the ball very well. I'm not going to take that away from them, but in terms of creating chances, they just didn't do that at all. Neil Kilkenny there, just with a bit of a speculative one perhaps for Neil Kilkenny. He was trying to recreate his one again. He scored against Bristol City a couple of months ago in real life, but as you can see, that one just goes over the bar. And then to wrap up the first half, we get a good chance here. A corner comes in, falls to the header. Paul Huntington, who converted so many of those last year, but has just not been able to get his head just at the right point for that goal there, guys. But then into the second half, I decided to bring on Joe Garner as an impact sub, and oh my word, what a goal that was there from Joe Garner. And in this career mode, Joe Garner has not been the most lucky player we've had. He's just not. And I think he's only scored 1 goal in the championship so far. But this game, oh my days, guys. This could have absolutely revitalised his season because he really has been struggling, but he just chests it down and then bang, he sees where the goalkeeper is and just decides to go for it. And oh my word, what a hit that was from Joe Garner, out of absolutely nowhere as well. It hits the post, comes back in. Their defenders stood off him a little bit, gave him a little bit of space, and Butland stood absolutely no chance with that. And I'm really hoping that this leads to Joe Garner rediscovering his form, because he really hasn't done it so far in this career mode, and I really want him to, but that goal was incredible. And then, just to put the icing on the cake, he only does, and oh my god, he does it again, guys. This time it was on his other foot from the other side, and Joe Garner somehow manages to curl this one in as well. Absolutely insane. He was just having... I didn't even start him. As you saw from before, I started Jordan Hugill up front in this game, but I brought on Garner in the second half. Hugill wasn't really doing it for me. He just turns inside his defender there and boom, past Butland into the bottom corner. I just couldn't believe what I was seeing, if I was honest. It was just such a nice goal to score as well, and these will all be going towards the goal of the season at the end of the year, guys. So if you don't know, I will be doing a goal of the season competition from the best goals I've scored in this season's career mode, and that one, these two from Garner, will definitely be in there. Absolutely insane. But I know a few of you may be thinking that I'm using sliders or something, because I've scored 2 absolute worldies with Joe Garner, but I can assure you that's not the case. As you can see here, I'll just run through my sliders there. They are all on 50. So there's none of that funny business going around. I know you guys wouldn't think I would do that, but I just thought I'd throw that out there as a disclaimer to make sure that nothing like that is going on. But 2-0 against Stoke, absolutely insane. I couldn't believe the luck we were getting, and we carried on persisting with our chances. We do manage to win a corner here, and it was such a... sorry, that went for a goal kick in the end, but it was such a nice game to play. Since we got... It was I thought in the first half that it would turn into one of those games where we were on top for all the game and we just couldn't actually manage to get anything from it in the end. As you can see there, Bojan manages to get a chance there. This was honestly the closest Stoke came in the entire game, guys. A Bojan chance which went harmlessly over the bar in the end. And in the end, we did manage to hold on, guys, to the 2-0 victory. So a cup upset indeed. I couldn't believe it, but we had beaten a Premier League opposition, and this would mean that we would progress to the next round of the FA Cup. And I'm definitely interested in going on a cup run this year, guys, because if we can get like a big team away, like Man United, Arsenal or City away, that would just be so good for the career mode, and I just enjoy playing that game so much. I like a big Premier League stadium. That's what we're really hoping for the next tie. But I do decide to sim the next match, guys, against Middlesbrough, since I want to really be getting into the transfer dealings and everything. So I do decide to sim this match, and in the end it does finish 2-2, so it's not really harmed our playoff chances at the moment, as Middlesbrough, I think, are top of the league at the moment. As you can see, Owen Doyle picking up 2 goals for himself, so doing very well for himself there indeed. But City do come back saying that that is unacceptable. They want to have at least 1 million for Patrick Roberts, which I just can't be paying at the moment, guys. So as you can see here is my current shortlist, and I really do want to add to it. So I really desperately need you guys to comment down below who you think I should go out and buy. I really am looking for a left midfielder at the moment. I decided to be a bit throwing a cheeky bid for Vyman on loan. He's not being used at Derby at the moment. He's a squad rotation player. I decided to put in a loan bid for him, but in the end, Derby come back and say, no, we're not letting him go to Preston. So that will be the case with that in the end, guys. So definitely throw your suggestions in the comments down below for who you want me to sign. So to wrap up this episode, guys, we are currently in 7th. We just dropped below the playoffs, so I wouldn't say our playoff chances have been harmed at all so far this season, because to be in and around the playoffs at this stage of this career mode is absolutely fantastic. So just to remind you what our current budget is, as you can see there, we do have about 700, 600 grand, depending on how much we put towards our wages. But that will wrap it up for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed and are happy to see the career mode return, make sure you do leave a like. Also subscribe if you are new around here, and I will leave you guys to watch the squad report so you can see how players are growing. But thank you so much for watching, guys, and also I must say, make sure you do go out and check out my second channel, because I have just uploaded a video a couple of days ago about how I make my videos and what equipment I use and everything like that. So if you have enjoyed, make sure you do leave a like, subscribe if you are new, and I will see you all in the next one.
Here comes the music.
Boom, 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 boom. I'll shoot you right down. Boom, 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 boom. Ow, 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 ow. Boom, boom, boom.